Just trying to find the spot of the Titanic Memorial Site. The grave sites. Beautiful day. I just had to take a break for a second. I just can't seem to find which way to go to the Titanic grave sites. I might have to wait for somebody to tell me. We found the site. Apparently there's over 120 grave sites here of people that perished or died on the Titanic ship. So let's go take a look and see what we can find. So I was just looking at this site, and you can see it says, "Nearer, my God, to thee." That is believed to have been the last song that was played over and over again by the musicians on board the Titanic as the ship was sinking. And they played that to keep everybody as calm as possible and get everybody directed to lifeboats as they could, or if they could. In certain cases they couldn't. So that's just an interesting little bit there that we see. Many people from around the world come here each year to pay respects and to get more of a bigger picture of the Titanic and the disaster and what happened. And Halifax played quite an integral role in helping the victims' families. So it's really a beautiful spot here in the heart of Halifax City. The graves kind of tell their own story, and just to walk through here you get a sense of that tragedy that night. And as you can see, there's people starting to come through. This is starting to be the busier season for Halifax and its tourism, and this site is one that has been visited thousands and thousands and thousands of times each year. This particular gravestone is very interesting because recently they have identified the remains of what was known as an unknown child, or the unknown child of the Titanic. They identified him as 19-month-old Sidney Leslie Goodwin. It was only through recent DNA testing that this technology has led us to be able to exhume or take a look at the remains and get some DNA from remains, such as bones, and figure out, in this case it was the Armed Forces Lab in 2008, that were able to identify this young boy as Sidney Leslie Goodwin. And you can see that there have been kids visiting here, leaving little dinky toys and pennies and coins. I think there's even a token for a game amusement park. So here's the grave site, and it's quite an impressive display of what Halifax has put together for people to come and pay their respects and get a feel for what happened that night and what a huge disaster it was. But if you want to check out another shipwreck story, check out the SS Atlantic. That was one of the most major shipwrecks that had happened in this area prior to the Titanic sinking. And that was just off the coast of Halifax also. So check it out, Google it, and you'll find out more about that shipwreck, because shipwreck stories are kind of fun to learn about. But also this brings the reality of the situation into focus, that people did lose their lives, that it was one of the most major disasters in this area ever. So guys, thanks a lot for letting me show you around. Take care.